20 indoor plants that will instantly transform your health. You cross your threshold seeking refuge, but what you don't know is that the air you breathe inside is heavier, more stale, and more polluted than the air outside. We've built bunkers of concrete and synthetic materials that silently drain our vitality. But there's an ancient secret that health architects know well. Certain organisms not only decorate but also hack the environment to your advantage. What you're about to see isn't a list of decorative items. These are 20 biological allies, 20 high-tech natural filters that process invisible toxins and return them as pure energy. Some of them cleanse your blood while you sleep. Others monitor your nervous system without you even realizing it. If you've ever felt inexplicably tired in your own living room, the answer isn't a pill, but the potted plant next to you. Get ready, because after meeting these guardians, you'll never see a plant as a mere decoration again. 1. The Sansevieria, the night guard. Most people call it mother-in-law's tongue and relegate it to a corner because of its reputation for being indestructible. But its true function is one of the most fascinating biological anomalies in the plant kingdom. While you sleep, your body enters a state of repair, but also of emission. You exhale carbon dioxide, and your environment releases benzene and trichloroethylene vapors from glues and synthetic fibers. Almost all plants in the world close their pores at sunset, but the Sansevieria is a rebel. It activates its CAM, crucial acid metabolism, just as you close your eyes. This plant opens its stomata at night to absorb CO2 and invisible toxins, releasing pure oxygen at the exact moment your brain needs it most for its glymphatic cleansing processes. Having it by your bed isn't just a decorative choice. It's about ensuring brain oxygenation that prevents chronic fatigue and eliminates that characteristic mental sluggishness many wake up with every morning. 2. The Lily of Peace, the toxin radar. If the walls of your home could talk, they would warn you about the density of alcohols, acetone, and mold spores floating in stagnant air. The peace lily not only detects these compounds, but also acts as a high-precision biological humidifier. Its large leaves transpire water vapor, raising the ambient humidity, which has a direct mechanical effect. It suppresses the flight capacity of airborne microbes, causing them to fall to the ground before they reach your lungs. But its best-kept secret is its translocation ability. Its leaves capture air pollutants and, through an enzymatic process, transport them to its roots, where a community of specialized microbes breaks them down to nourish it. It is literally a circular purification system that feeds on what makes you sick. Furthermore, its delicate floral structure acts as a hydration monitor. When the air is too dry or the plant needs water, its leaves droop dramatically, reminding you that the balance of your environment is just as fragile as its own. 3. Potosi, the filter for invisible gases. The pothos is the plant of absolute resilience, capable of thriving in light conditions where others would die, and that is precisely its rescue mission in the home. This vine has an almost magnetic chemical affinity for carbon monoxide and formaldehyde, gases that silently seep from garages, stoves, or the pressed wood of your furniture. It doesn't just hang from a shelf. Its vines can extend for meters, creating a living network that intercepts pollution in the upper levels of the room, where the air is often more stale. But there's more. Biophilia studies have shown that the recurring sight of its green leaves with yellow undertones activates the parasympathetic nervous system in a matter of seconds. By reducing blood pressure and heart rate, the pothos becomes a passive stress management tool. It's the ideal plant for the workspace, an air filter that, at the same time, acts as a visual anxiolytic. 4. Aloe vera, the silent sentinel. Almost everyone values aloe vera for its refreshing gel, that liquid pharmacy of polysaccharides and vitamins capable of instantly rebuilding sunburned skin. However, its most intriguing aspect is its role as a bioindicator of atmospheric safety. Aloe vera has the ability to read the chemical load of your living space in a way that your senses cannot. When the concentration of benzene or formaldehyde reaches levels that become harmful to humans, the leaves of the aloe plant react by developing small brown spots or black dots. It's an early warning system. If your aloe looks unwell for no apparent reason, it's giving you a visual warning that your sanctuary needs urgent ventilation or that something in your home is emitting toxic fumes. It's a living health monitor that doesn't need batteries or apps, just a spot in the sun to protect you while it purifies your environment. 5. The ribbon or malamadre, Chlorophytum comosum, the oxygen machine. The spider plant is arguably the most efficient and fastest air filter nature has designed for enclosed spaces. In laboratory tests, a single plant has been shown to remove up to 95% of the carbon monoxide and xylene from a room in less than 24 hours. But its true magic lies in its ability to combat invisible fine particulate pollution. Its long, arching leaves act as collectors of dust and allergens floating in the air, trapping them before they enter your respiratory system. It's the plant of deep cleaning. In addition to its chemical power, the spider plant is a great emitter of phytoncides, organic compounds that plants release to protect themselves from bacteria and which, when inhaled, stimulate the activity of our own immune cells. Having several spider plants in a room not only creates a visually relaxing environment but also establishes a constant purification network that regenerates the air both mechanically and biologically. As the Boston fern, Nephrolepis exaltata, the lung of moisture. If you wake up with dry skin, irritated eyes, or a scratchy throat, the Boston fern is your clinical solution. This plant is considered the queen of phytohumidification. Unlike an electrical appliance that can accumulate mold, the fern releases pure moisture through its fronds via a natural transpiration process that is sterile and perfect for the respiratory system. Its dense, feathery structure is no accident. Each of those tiny fronds increases the surface area in contact with the air, allowing it to absorb massive amounts of formaldehyde, a gas present in almost all modern plastics and cosmetics. Boston fern transforms a dry, static-laden room into a humid forest microclimate, reducing the survival of viruses in the environment and dramatically improving the health of your skin barrier. It's the purest medicine for those who live in dry climates or under the constant pressure of air conditioning. 7. The Areca palm, Dipsis lutescens. The high-performance filter. In the world of houseplants, the Areca palm is the equivalent of an industrial-grade air purification system. It's one of the plants with the highest transpiration rates, capable of releasing up to a liter of water into the air every 24 hours. But its true strategic value lies in its ability to process toluene and xylene, chemical solvents that evaporate from varnishes, paints, and other solvents, and that directly attack our central nervous system. The Areca palm doesn't just clean, its physical presence alters a room's acoustics, absorbing background noise and creating a serene atmosphere. It's the ideal plant for large living rooms or open spaces where the air tends to stagnate. By having an Areca palm, you're not just decorating with a tropical aesthetic. You're installing a biological processor that works tirelessly to keep your blood clean of industrial solvents, allowing your liver and kidneys a break from the daily chemical bombardment. 8. The Ficus robusta, Ficus elastica, the resin shield. The Ficus robusta, with its broad, dark, leathery leaves, is a specialist in capturing heavy particles. Its leaf surface is one of the largest and most resistant, allowing it to act as an absorption plate for the formaldehyde emitted by carpets and cleaning products. What makes the ficus special is its internal resin. This sticky substance flows throughout the plant and is part of its defense mechanism, but it also facilitates the capture of suspended particles that other, more delicate filters cannot handle. It's the ultimate brute force plant against pollution. Its ability to thrive in low-light environments makes it perfect for hallways or forgotten corners where air circulation is poor and toxins tend to accumulate. Furthermore, the ficus has a long lifespan. As it grows, its filtration capacity increases exponentially, making it a veteran guardian that protects the integrity of your home year after year, absorbing what would otherwise take years off your life. 9. English ivy, Hedera helix, the pathogen hunter. English ivy is perhaps the most underrated and powerful biological resource for those suffering from asthma or chemical sensitivities. Its true brilliance lies not in its classic beauty, but in its ability to purify the air of airborne fecal matter and mold spores. In laboratory studies, ivy has been shown to reduce the amount of mold in a room's air by up to 78% in just 12 hours. For someone living in an older home or a humid climate, this plant is not just decoration, it's a sanitary barrier. Extending its vines along walls or hanging them from a high shelf allows its thousands of stomata to act as a microscopic trapping net. In addition to fighting mold, ivy is an expert at neutralizing the benzene emitted by printers and computers. However, its greatest gift is immune suppression. By drastically reducing the pathogen load your lungs must process every minute, your immune system can finally come off high alert, allowing systemic inflammation in your body to begin to subside. It is the ultimate guardian against the invisible toxicity lurking in damp walls. 1. The Dracæna marginata, the shield against the chemical industry. The Dracæna, with its architectural form and sharp, reddish-edged leaves, is the quintessential deep chemical cleaning plant. If your home has particle board furniture, new varnish, or if you've just painted, the Dracæna is your best ally. It's one of the few plants capable of absorbing and metabolizing trichloroethylene, a highly toxic solvent used in the finishing industry and dry cleaning, directly linked to dizziness and chronic fatigue, but its function goes even further. The Dracæna is a processor of xylene and toluene, gases emitted by lacquers, glues, and floor varnishes. By placing a Dracæna in your living room or study, you're installing a processing unit that sequesters these heavy molecules, breaks them down within its tissues, and transforms them into amino acids for its own growth. It's the plant of mental clarity. By eliminating these solvents from the air that reaches your bloodstream, you'll notice a reduction in brain fog and an increase in your ability to concentrate. It's the living antidote to modern construction. 11. The Ficus lyrata, fiddle leaf fig, the large format purifier. The Ficus lyrata has become extremely popular for its aesthetic appeal, but few know the true power of its giant violin-shaped leaves. Due to their enormous surface area, each leaf acts as a suction plate for dust particles and CO2. A single large plant has more filtering surface area than a dozen smaller plants. Its primary function is regulating carbon dioxide and capturing airborne particles that smaller filters would miss. The secret of the lyrata lies in its ability to improve the energy flow in a room through phytoremediation. Its leaves trap dust that would otherwise end up in your lungs. By regularly wiping its leaves with a damp cloth, an act of care that connects you to the plant, you not only allow it to breathe, but you are literally removing toxic waste from your home environment. It is the deep breath plant, ideal for large spaces where the air tends to stratify and become heavy. Its imposing physical presence reflects its ability to maintain the purity of a large space. 12. The rubber tree, Ficus elastica, the giant of resilience. The rubber tree is the ultimate in internal purification. Its leathery, thick and glossy leaves are designed to survive in extreme conditions, making them perfect filters for formaldehyde, a ubiquitous toxin found in carpet adhesives and office supplies. Unlike more delicate plants, the Ficus elastica has a superior toxin storing capacity. It absorbs the poison and stores it in its latex sap, neutralizing it without compromising its own health. Its value for well-being lies in its stability. It's a plant that requires minimal attention but works around the clock. As it grows and develops a more robust trunk, its transpiration capacity increases, helping to maintain an ionic balance in the air that reduces static electricity caused by electronic devices. Owning a rubber tree is like having a high-end air purifier that doesn't need filter replacements. Its leaves are the eternal filter that only improves with age, protecting your cardiovascular health by keeping the air free of irritating particles that cause arterial inflammation. 13. The philodendron, the heavy gas absorbent. The philodendron is a shade specialist that holds a secret to survival. It's one of the most effective tools for absorbing formaldehyde in high concentrations. Many modern homes suffer from blind spots where air doesn't circulate and gases from synthetic materials accumulate. The philodendron, with its rapid growth and heart-shaped leaves, adapts to these corners and begins to pump oxygen while drinking up the pollutants. What makes the philodendron special for your mental and physical health is its growth rate. As a plant that responds quickly to care, it creates a reciprocal bond that reduces stress. Biologically, it's a low-maintenance yet high-impact filter. Its tissues are molecular sponges that trap xylene, a common toxin in tobacco smoke or low-quality incense. It's the guardian of forgotten corners, ensuring consistent air purity throughout your sanctuary, no matter how far it is from the main window. 14. The parlour palm, Chamaedorea elegans, the lungs of rest. This small palm tree, reminiscent of the elegance of old-fashioned winter gardens, is actually one of the most efficient air purifiers on the planet for removing ammonia and xylene. In the modern home, ammonia is present in almost all glass cleaners and detergents, silently irritating your mucous membranes and causing that subtle, scratchy throat that many mistake for seasonal allergies. The parlour palm is a master of phytoevaporation. Its fine, delicate fronds exponentially increase the surface area in contact with the air, acting as a sterile humidity radiator. Placing it in areas where you spend a lot of time sitting or relaxing creates a bubble of air free of harsh chemical fumes. It's a gentle energy plant, ideal for softening the harsh lines of technology in an office or bedroom, reminding your nervous system that it's in a safe, oxygen-rich environment. 15. The chrysanthemum, Chrysanthemum morifolium, the total specialist. If there were a gold medal for botanical filtration, the chrysanthemum would win it hands down. According to NASA studies, it's the plant with the greatest capacity to simultaneously remove benzene, trichloroethylene, formaldehyde, and ammonia. It's essentially a medical-grade purifier disguised as a decorative flower. However, there's a secret. Its maximum filtering power occurs when it's in bloom. During this period, the plant enters an accelerated metabolic state, absorbing toxins at a rate that surpasses any other indoor organism. It's the ideal plant for cleansing a room after a renovation or after installing new furniture. The chrysanthemum not only beautifies your space with its vibrant colors, but it also acts as a rapid response unit against chemical bombardment, ensuring your blood remains free of carcinogenic solvents while you enjoy its beauty. 16. The Aglaonema commutatum, the filter of shadows. The Aglaonema, revered in the East as the Chinese evergreen, possesses a health benefit rooted in an almost supernatural resilience. Its ability to process polluted air in light conditions where other plants simply collapse metabolically. It is an elite unit specialized in absorbing heavy industrial toxins and byproducts of tobacco smoke. There's a golden rule with this plant. The darker and denser its leaves, the more efficient its internal machinery is at processing air in poorly ventilated corners. In these blind spots of your home, pollutants tend to stagnate, becoming denser and lethal to your immune system. This is where the Aglaonema silently works its magic. What makes it an indispensable element in your sanctuary is its extraordinary longevity and a fascinating biological characteristic, its cumulative efficiency. Unlike mechanical filters that degrade with use, Aglaonema improves over time. As the plant ages and its roots establish a closer symbiosis with soil microbes, its ability to break down airborne toxins increases exponentially. It's the strategic guardian for hallways, foyers, and entryways. These are the crash zones where outside air, laden with vehicle exhaust and street particles, tries to invade your sanctuary. Aglaonema captures these particles at the edge of your home. Before they reach your lungs, it is, without a doubt, your respiratory system's first line of defense against the outside world. 17. The Peace Wiltus, Spathiphyllum wallacei, the acetone vacuum cleaner. While its visual elegance is undeniable, the peace lily deserves a place of honor in this closing section for a technical role that no other plant can fulfill so effectively. It's the chemical vacuum cleaner of your bathroom. It's the only plant with the necessary enzymatic capacity to massively process the acetone, alcohol, and formaldehyde vapors emitted by nail polish remover, perfumes, deodorants, and hairsprays. In confined spaces like bathrooms or dressing rooms, these chemicals reach concentrations that saturate the nervous system, causing headaches, eye irritation, and dizziness that we often ignore. The peace lily not only survives in these saturated, humid environments, but it has also evolved to use these volatile compounds as an indirect source of carbon for its own metabolism. By having one on your vanity, you're ensuring that your daily skincare ritual doesn't become a source of chronic toxicity for your blood. Its presence acts as a perfect balance between organic aesthetics and active industrial decontamination. Furthermore, its ability to signal a lack of water by gently shedding its leaves makes it a constant reminder that life requires attention and that your environment, like it, needs to be renewed and nourished to maintain its purity. 18. Variegated ribbon, Chlorophytum comosum, the safety net. We're bringing back the variegated spider plant for a reason that goes beyond chemistry, complete biosafety. In a home with curious pets or young children exploring the world with all their senses, the toxicity of some air-purifying plants can be a risk. The spider plant is the glorious exception. It's 100% safe, edible, and non-toxic, making it the essential air purifier for children's rooms. Its critical role in these spaces is the removal of nitrogen dioxide, an irritating gas that is invisibly produced in homes with gas stoves and is a major cause of bronchial inflammation in children. In a matter of hours, the spider plant can clean a room of combustion fumes, protecting the youngest and most sensitive lungs in the house. But its generosity doesn't end there. Its ability to easily produce runners allows you to create a safety net that expands throughout the house at no cost. It's a plant that embodies the idea of abundance. It reproduces, so you can breathe easier. Having a row of spider plants hanging in a playroom or kitchen is like setting up an active surveillance system that absorbs xylene and carbon monoxide, ensuring that the air that sustains your family's growth is as close as possible to the pristine air of a mountain. 19. Aloe arborescens, the chai regenerator. While aloe vera acts as your health monitor, its cousin Aloe arborescens is the giant of deep environmental healing. With a much more robust structure and leaves that reach like spears toward the sky, this plant is a vital energy accumulator. Its capacity to release oxygen during daylight hours is massive, but its true secret lies in the emission of negative ions. In homes saturated with screens, routers, and appliances, the air becomes charged with positive ions that cause irritability and fatigue. Aloe arborescens counteracts this electropollution, restoring the ionic balance of the environment. Various biophilia studies have observed that its presence in the rooms of people undergoing recovery or convalescence accelerates tissue regeneration and improves mood. It's not just the pure air it generates, it's the strength of its biological presence that seems to stabilize the environment. It is the plant of the vital bond, a green armor that protects your energy field and reminds you, through its unstoppable growth and vibrant flowers, that health is not a static destination, but a dynamic flow cultivated day after day by purifying our most intimate space. 20. Swedish ivy, Plectranthus verticillatus, the closure of serenity. We conclude this journey with Swedish ivy, a plant that directly impacts the psychosomatic aspects of health and the harmony of the environment. Although popularly known as the money plant, its true currency is the profound peace it brings to the home. Beyond its technical ability to filter light gases and airborne dust, Swedish ivy possesses foliage that seems to absorb the acoustic and visual tension of a room. Its subtle aroma, released by simply brushing its rounded leaves, contains terpenes that induce calm and reduce the heart rate of those who inhabit the space. Its ability to maintain a vibrant electric green, even in corners where light is scarce, makes it the final anchor of your sanctuary. It filters out the last traces of static electricity, allowing your home's energy to flow freely without the invisible disruptions of modern electromagnetic pollution. By placing Swedish ivy at the end of your collection, you are sealing your ecosystem. It is the plant that reminds us that abundance is not measured by what we accumulate, but by the quality of the air we breathe and the serenity of the space we inhabit. It is the end of toxicity and the beginning of a life in true symbiosis with the plant kingdom. This journey through the 20 guardians that inhabit your spaces is not simply a decorating guide. It's a map to reclaim your vitality in a world that has disconnected us from what truly matters. True health isn't found on a shelf, but rather cultivated with patience, understanding that every leaf and every root is a living technology designed to protect us. Living life to the fullest today isn't about filling your home with objects, but about surrounding yourself with allies that filter the noise of the modern world and give you back the pure air that is rightfully yours. Your home is the laboratory of your own regeneration, and these plants are the external organs your body needs to finally rest, heal, and flourish. Life offers you a respite in every pot. The question is whether you are willing to accept this pact and transform your refuge into a sanctuary that breathes with you. Which of these 20 plants do you feel your body is desperately craving right now? If this journey has awakened in you a desire to reconnect with nature and transform your surroundings, subscribe and share this vision with those still feeling lost. Well-being isn't bought, it's cultivated.